What is up, everyone? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and I am back here again. Yes, Buttercups, it is me. I got glammed up today, down to the mall, just stopped off to see a friend. Y'all actually met them if you follow my radio show, the dynamic duo, Larry and Kat Davis. Larry was at the kiosk today and I was just strolling by, and he asked, could you do my makeup? And of course I'm not gonna say no. So yes, I got my makeup done by Mr. Gucci LeBrow himself at La Blue Diamond Cosmetics. And honey, I feel fabulous, fly, and fierce. I love this makeup. We'll see it Friday. We will be broadcasting live doing this. But I'm not here just to talk about my fabulosity. So I'm here to talk about Married to Medicine Season 7 Episode 2, Stirring the Teapot. Baby, open and honest left a lot of open wounds, honey, because sometimes honesty will cut you like a knife, baby. We don't always want to hear the truth now, do we, sugars? But either way, when we open up this episode, you kind of have the ladies doing their thing. Dr. Simone is particularly irritated about coming to a dirty house. I don't blame her. Y'all all live in this house and can't nobody take out the trash, okay? And see, that's another thing, ladies. Let me tell y'all something right now. Wait a minute before I go into that. Y'all subscribe if this is your first time here, because I'm about to get into it. If you live in a house and your man don't take the garbage out, that's a problem. If you live in a house by yourself and your man come over and he don't offer to take the trash out when he see it's overflowing, or when he go drop something in there, it's about to be full, so let me take it out, that's the problem. Note that. So I feel Dr. Simone, although she's still not my favorite, but I mean, tonight she kind of made me say I feel bad for not liking Dr. Simone. But either way, I feel her pain. But I was laughing because I was like, why is Sam Cecil's dog? I know he went and got the dog on his own for the kids, but I was like, ain't that the family dog? Like, didn't the boys want the dog too? But I guess Dr. Simone kind of take care of him. But it was cute though, because she was talking to Sam. She talking about, Sam, now I don't like living like this. I bet Sam's like, I don't either, but I'm just here because I ain't got nowhere else to go. My name ain't Brian Griffin, okay? Then we have Dr. Heavenly and her daughter Alora going to get their nails done. And Dr. Heavenly is really starting to realize that her daughter is all grown up. And if y'all saw Alora, she really has grown up and matured. She don't want her mama to be hovering over her. Although Alora never really did. Dr. Heavenly just kind of skirted around the fact. I'm like, your daughter is like, I don't know, child. She grown. She been here before. Where she come from, Jesus? She's so intuitive and smart. But I guess she's 13. I guess when she turns 14, she go to high school. Y'all, did we go to high school at 14? I guess I did, because I turned 15 my freshman year, I think. And I graduated at 18. I do remember that. I graduated at 18. So anyway, she was telling Laura that she don't think that she should have a boyfriend until she's 22. Children, her parents always say that crazy stuff. Although my parents kind of try to lock my ass down. But whatever. So I think that, what do y'all think? I think 15, maybe 16 is an alright age to start dating and going out. Maybe at 15 talk on the phone and then get dropped off at the movies. So I don't know. What y'all think? Comment down below. What is an optimal age for teenagers to date these days? Because they already doing all types of stuff down here on the Snapchat and whatever else they got that they have. There's some other apps and stuff that these little teenagers have access to. Now, on to the Metcalf family. Dr. Scott, Dr. Contessa. They gonna be on Yana Van Zant soon, because Dr. Scott can't handle raising his own children. And I'll say it again. I don't understand what the problem is. First of all, you were in the military, so you know how to do dress right dress. Hell, they teach us that in basic training, because if you come unprepared, you gonna be prepared by the time the drill sergeant get done tossing your shit around. You'll learn how to fold and make everything dress right dress and cute. Now my house look a catastrophe, but I tell you one thing, my clothes, color coordinated, dress right dress, my shoes, all of that. It's just the other stuff I just can't keep control of. But I tell you, I can do a closet and some drawers. You know, I can organize some drawers with no problem. But Dr. Scott really is in breakdown because he's pretending, well, not pretending, but he's acting like he's so overwhelmed with trying to balance everything, and he's not standing and looking at it from the perspective of, wow, this is what my wife has to deal with. And I'm just like, stop being such a big baby about it. Now, some people on Twitter were saying things like, didn't Contessa quit working so she could spend time with her kids and all this? And I'm just like, but she still was working part-time, and now she has another dream that she had, which is to go into public administration medicine, or public, I forgot what the proper term is, but that way, public health administration. So what's the problem? You can't take a few nights out of your week when she does it every day when she was around. I don't understand that. I do commend him for cooking. I did not like the comment where he made the comment that y'all doing more than your mama do around here. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? And he was like, I need y'all to help me with the laundry. Them kids were out of control. One of them was spilling juice on the floor and making a mess. I said, now the floor gonna be sticky. Who got the Swiffer? Why? And if you're that overwhelmed in that type of income of a house, I don't understand why y'all don't have a nanny. Okay. I got a homegirl that has her own nanny service. Hell, I'll start my own nanny service. I'll come by there and help you out with the children if it's that bad. I mean, because that don't make any sense to me. And okay, and this is coming from somebody from the outside looking in that's never been married. But I know one thing, if I was to ever have children, and that would be an act of God, I would hope that my husband would be more hands-on and not try to act like that's mommy's thing. That's mommy's thing. No, it's everybody's things. We work together. We are a conglomerate. We work together. This ain't no subsidiaries going on up in here. Understand? Understand. So that's why I'm like, if you've been in the military, you should be able to operate under pressure. I'm concerned now. I mean, what were you doing? Then he got mad when she came home because she stopped off, because I guess, here's the other thing. Communication is key. I think it would have behooved Dr. Contessa to at least call and say, hey, have the kids eating. Instead, she stops off at McDonald's and gets their favorite things that she knows that they would eat this time of night. But Dr. Scott actually cooked them a balanced, healthy meal. It looked like they had some steak and some greens and some potatoes or something. It looked good. So, I mean, I commend him from that. But I was just very disappointed in how when she came in, I don't know if editing did something or something more was said, but he immediately tore into her about, oh, I guess you got to go study now. And she was like, well, no, because I got to clean up the house. And that's not fair to her. At the very least, you could have loaded the dishwasher and folded those clothes. It looked like a bunch of towels instead of telling the children to pick out what your clothes are. I was very disappointed. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie, my soror, my doctor, they met up to talk. And you know, they got caught up, little chit chat, but the core of this conversation that they had was the fact that Jackie's like, we are in total breakdown. You know, you and Simone don't get along. It used to always be the three of us, and I just don't like seeing us. And I said, oh Lord, y'all done made my soror start crying. She said, I just don't like seeing y'all like this. Oh, Jesus. I was like, Lord, that's gotta hurt when, you know, it's been the Three Musketeers now. It's just, you know, Jackie's in the middle and Simone's over here and Heavenly's over here. It's just crazy, okay? But she came up with an idea to have a tea party, and we will close out discussing that tea party, basically. At some point, they went to Mariah, and Mariah is still upset with Jackie. Oh, Heavenly and Dr. Jackie were talking about it, and no one really knows why she's mad, because here's the thing. It was a question that was asked. It is not slanderous, as Mariah tried to paint it. All Jackie asked was it wrong for Quad to bring up Mariah's drug use? She should have said alleged drug use. But, you know, I understand. It was in the moment. The conversation is flowing. But Mariah just is upset at Dr. Jackie for nothing, quite frankly. Because, I mean, you ask it, girl code, was it wrong? Plain and simple. But you know Mariah got to be full of dramatics. I know she executive producer, but can she just not? Can she just be behind the camera and get credit? I'm just asking. Then we get to Dr. Simone. Oh Lord, somebody got chlamydia. Lord, she gotta take 2 pills. I was like, oh Jesus, I hope y'all better blur that screen out really good, because somebody might be nosy and try to blow it up and see who it was. But needless to say, this is a moment in the show where I felt really bad, because I like Toya and I love Dr. Eugene. I've loved them both, and I felt so bad for her, because finally she thought she was going to have the little girl, or was anticipating that this baby, I don't know if the baby was planned. It seemed like this was a baby that just happened just because, and they thought it was going to be a baby, and needless to say, she miscarried and was very emotional. And Dr. Simone really did do a good job of that's why I said my perspective on Dr. Simone kind of changed in this episode. So I appreciated how she showed how empathetic she could be, and I'm glad that she schooled Toya, because Toya felt like by her having a miscarriage, that was somehow a failure. Failure, you can't, that's not failure. That's nature. That's an act of God. That's something that's beyond your control. That's not what a miscarriage is, and you can try again. Let Dr. Simone check you out, make sure, that you can effectively carry a baby to term. And worst case scenario, you can always get a surrogate, or adopt a little girl. I'm sure there's kids out there that would love to be in a great home like yours. Oh, then we got a new set of 3 musketeers. You got Heavenly, Quad, and Dr. Contessa. They having girl talk. Quad actually seemed to have showed up on time. This must be a really nice restaurant. Maybe I need to have me a dinner or something with my girls once I get some girls. I'm here in Atlanta. I'm just like, good Lord, where my homegirls at? I need some. But either way, Dr. Jackie, can y'all let me hang out with y'all? I went to law school. I just don't have law school money. Like, you graduate and become a successful attorney. I don't have that kind of money right now. But I will soon. But Contessa got to vent about how Scott basically was treating her like she was a trick off the street, y'all. Like she was just some side chick. She was the maid, Jesus. I said, oh, Lord. I said, but he did act, to me, he acted like a big baby. And I didn't like that. I was like, don't do your wife like that. That's just wrong. And then Quad, because let me tell you something, when women have been scorned by men, you will immediately hear shit like this. Girl, count your money, save your money, get your shit together, because you'll get fucked in the end if you don't. That's basically what Quad was saying, okay? So I feel bad for Dr. Contessa. I like them, her and her husband together, and I don't want to see them, break up, because I'm like, y'all have such a great dynamic. It's like this one thing that if you can just get through that, I mean, and that just goes to show you that there are women out here who tell you, oh, you can have it all, you can do it all. But I guarantee that there is something falling apart. There's something falling through the cracks that they'll never tell you about, because they got to continue to exude success for you, right? And there's nothing wrong with trying to have it all, but sometimes trying to find that balance is very hard. I mean, let's just be real about that. But Quad says she wouldn't feel right laying down with a broke man. I was like, girl. Either way, no, I said, no, when Quad said that, I was like, that's true. And that's why, some of us, but I don't think there's anything wrong. Like when you in college and you broke, y'all know y'all gonna graduate, become successful at something. Or if while y'all together, your man happen to lose his job, that shit happens. He ain't lazy, he willing to work. Or if that you see success, I don't know, but to each his own. Also, something came up about Cecil, and I can't remember what happened. Oh, Dr. Jackie was talking about the fact that the reason why they're in breakdown between Heavenly, Simone, and her is because maybe Heavenly shouldn't have addressed Cecil in the manner in which she did, because I saw the tweet kind of sort of where she basically said he needs to be focused on getting a job or whatever, and Simone feels some type of way because she told Dr. Heavenly that in confidence as a friend, and I feel like Dr. Heavenly didn't have to put that out there on blast. Maybe you could have found something else to dig in, or not said anything at all, because the best thing you can do honestly is not reply to it. But it makes for great TV, and now it's something to also add to the storyline. There you go. But Dr. Simone said something. I think this was when she was talking to Toya. I don't remember at what point, but I just remember her saying that Cecil chose to leave his job, but I thought Cecil got displaced or downsized and got packaged out with a severance package. I didn't think you had a choice when you got a pink slip. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Also at this dinner with Contessa and Heavenly and Quad, I really like the Mary J. Blige blonde wig look on Quad. I think that suits. That is probably one of the best units I've seen that fits her face perfectly. A lot of people will say they love Quad's hair, but sometimes it can be hit or miss for me, in my opinion. But I like Quad, even though she can be a bit much of a drama queen, but she is the baby of the group, y'all. So she's a little spoiled. So, you know, whatever. And Quad also let it be known that, well, Heavenly pointed out that I think that you're ready to date. And then Contessa asked her what type of man. She says, a good, long, hard one. I said, well, for so long you were with a winker-tinker. So the word on the street is. So I can understand, girl. That's why I knew that marriage couldn't last long. Because, hell, I'd be fighting mad, too. Because maybe they decided to wait till they got married. Or maybe Quad knew what he was working with and just decided, well, hell, he a doctor. Let's make it do what it do. But I don't blame her. And I will say this, it was very funny, but very refreshing to see Contessa and Heavenly together, because remember when Dr. Contessa first came on, Heavenly would always call Contessa. I don't know what her name is, but it's Contessa. And I was like, Dr. Heavenly, just... But I like Dr. Heavenly because she just don't know anything. She out of fucks to give. She don't care. And I always appreciate people like that who go a little bit outside of societal norms and decorum. I kind of appreciate that. I don't know why, but I root for those people, okay? Maybe that's why I tend to like the housewives that some people don't like. So I don't know. Simone also said that Dr. Heavenly is a lunatic. I feel like it takes one to know one. Banshee. Okay, so let's get into this tea. Now, Dr. Jackie did the right thing. She decided to invite a third party, a neutral party, to come in and mediate from her church. I don't know what church Dr. Jackie goes to, but apparently it's one of those where you have spiritual mediators. I might need to become part of a church like that, because they put me on payroll. I can counsel people too. But I think that she looked absolutely stunning in this yellow. I feel like Mariah and Dr. Heavenly look good. I like seeing Mariah consult with her husband. Yeah, girl, don't wear that red because it looked like you coming in to start some shit. Just, it's a power move, but at the same time, in this situation, the fragility of these relationships right now, we don't need to see anybody walking in red. But I thought it was ironic and funny how coincidental it was that Mariah and Dr. Heavenly wore blue. I thought that was cute. So at the table, they get these little paddles. I thought that was really cute. I said, maybe if I ever have to do something like that, maybe I'll get me a little paddle. So you can talk about, it's a sentence starter, an icebreaker. You can even use it as an icebreaker, but I felt disappointed when, my feelings were hurt when. So they each were supposed to pick one. And Mariah was saying how she felt bad, you know, she felt some type of way about girl code and people bringing up stuff that may or may not be true. Toya, I don't know what Toya, I know Toya didn't want to talk about the miscarriage, but she talked about the miscarriage, but indirectly, and started crying. That's all I remember. Quad had a lot to say. And let me tell you something. In some way, I was laughing when Quad did that. But at the same time, I kind of get where she's coming from. Now, all last season, y'all were mad at me because I was talking and, you know, wouldn't share anything about myself. So, y'all, I'm gonna do all the talking. Honey, that soliloquy lasted forever. And Toya had me dying in the confession. Is she still talking? Okay, let me go over here. Is she still... Okay. Where my purse? Girl, can you hand me my purse? So, but I see it from both, like Quad really one. But okay, I also see where you're like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna talk. I do like the fact that, you know, it seems like everyone is willing to start moving forward and getting traction and doing whatever. So I appreciate that from the ladies. Her and Quad and Simone decide to meet for dinner because Quad is like, I want to talk to you. Now, Dr. Simone and a few others have already talked to Quad about her ability not to respect people's time. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Every now and then my ADD kick in and my ass will wait to the absolute last minute. It's so bad, y'all. I had an appointment. Now, mind you, if I had missed this appointment today, I couldn't have gotten another doctor's appointment until January. So I went to the dermatology clinic today. That's where I went. Because my eczema, since I've been in Atlanta, will not stop freaking flaring. So either way, I had to trick myself. I had to say the appointment was at 10. Now, I knew what time the actual appointment was, but it made me get up and get my butt, and I got in there with 3 minutes to spare before the appointment time, because I had to ask the girl. I said, now, did I get here on time? Because I said, my appointment was at 10:40, right? And she was like, yeah, you know, but you were supposed to arrive 15 minutes early so you could do the paperwork. I said, okay, awesome. So I get it, but Quad, don't ask them. One of the things I try not to do, really legit in Atlanta, you can't really make that excuse that it was traffic during a certain time of the night unless it's a Falcons game. But in LA, it's understandable. I might leave my house knowing that it's going to take me an hour to get somewhere, but it could turn into an hour and a half when I lived in LA. So that happens, but I thought it was very disrespectful that Simone showed up on time and then you showed up an hour late. Editing did not show you as making an apology to this woman for taking time out of her evening to come and meet you for drinks and cocktails or whatever, and then you started attacking her for some shit you thought that she thought was squashed during the reunion. It just made no sense, and that just was very disrespectful, and I didn't appreciate that. And I don't blame Dr. Simone for getting up and walking out. As a matter of fact, I would have pulled a Waiting to Exhale Whitney Houston, the drinks are on you move. I'm just saying. So next week, Dr. Contessa is speaking with Dr. Heavenly. I don't always consider Dr. Heavenly to be the best person to go to for marital advice, because when Dr. Contessa in the previews, they show her talking about how Dr. Scott is acting such an ass with regards to her being gone and away to Nashville, and we saw how he reacted tonight. She told me, now where's a woman's place? I was like, it ain't always in the home. But I mean, to each their own, but I just feel like in this day and age, the economy is designed to work. Both parties have to work. I'm sorry. Now, for those of you blessed to have people sitting in the C-suite or able to make high volume sales, more power to you. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, to this day, I'm looking for a +1 with some good income, because I'm tired of doing this. I really am. This is a struggle. Do I expect him to pay my student loans? No, because that's some debt. That's some bullshit I got wrapped up in. But damn, I need some help. Either way, I digress. So what did y'all think about this episode of Married to Medicine? I enjoyed it. It was cute, but I'm sure there's more drama to come. I don't see anything wrong with what Dr. Jackie did by asking about Mariah's situation. And word on the street is that even if she don't, she around people that do it. So, I mean, guilty by association. Book of sugar. So either way, y'all, that's all I've got. Be sure to join me for my radio show Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. And I'll be back here next week doing some more Married to Medicine. All right? Chin up, buttercups. The sun will come out. And stay fabulous.